Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Oh, sweetie,
The lieutenant gives...
Of course, dear. Oh, dear.
You can't go around...
I'm sorry, sweet. I hope I've been... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I'm not...
You can't go around forever short.
Oh, well...
The lieutenant pulls...
One other thing. He'll likely have... I hope I've been used...
There, he still is.
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow!
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper's still at.
You are correct.
Somehow, that... The barbell waits patiently. No, it's just a memory from a...
You're right. The weight may fall up. It would be a violation of EPIS safety. It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you... Right. Now let's get...
Some areas are in...
It's dark. And the flashlight... Yes, you might even... I'm sorry, so come on.
Some areas are...
It's dark. And the flashlight works...
This old fireplace is covered in... The trash container stands in the spring snow. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. You see milk? No. So a box falls into pieces in your... Not much to see here. Not much to see. Not much to see. There's nothing more. There's nothing. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Yes? What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, during that time, they didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice. That's right. You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, during that time, they didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice against... Just to be clear, we are police. You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, during that time, they didn't identify them. There's a strong prejudice against... That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizens...
Okay, well, we are... No, it's... The deceased is a security guard for a corp... I can assure nothing... No.
There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing.
No. The deceased is a security guard. I'm relieved. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. No. The The disease is a security. Then you are in luck.
Is this a...
I expect the case. Strike, coup.
You feel something rising through you.
When I said we have to navigate community map
From an imaginary...
Now, was there anything? No. The deceased is a security guard. Then you are in luck.
Is this a...
I expect the case. It's strike.
You feel something
When I said we have...
from an imaginary...
Now, was there anything else you wanted to... No. It's not a party. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation. I'm really... Anyhow, you mean like a... 3 days ago, during that, they didn't identify... There's a strong prejudice against involving... Just to be clear, we are... No. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation. I can assure nothing, because it's not...
There's something the lieutenant...
You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, during that time. Okay then. No.
The lieutenant adjusts.
No. It's not a... The deceased is a security guard for a corp... There was some interest in... Yes, it just so happened.
The weary tone.
No, not...
He's basically challenging.
No.
The lieutenant adjusts.
No. The deceased is a Then you are in...
Is this a...
I expect the case it... Strike, coup, revolution. It's brigandage.
You feel something
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean...
from an imaginary fan.
Now, was there... No. It's not a...
The lieutenant adjusts.
No. It's not a part...
The lieutenant adjusts.
No. The deceased is a security guard for... I'm really... Anyhow, let's get... No. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. There was some interest. Good point.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
That's commendable. Was there anything else?
He's basically challenging.
No. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation in... Then you are in...
Is this a...
I expect the case itself. Strike, coup.
You feel something rising through you. A familiar...
When I said we have to navigate...
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know? No. The deceased is a security guard for a corp... I can assure not... Good.
There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing.
No. The deceased is a I can assure nothing like that will... Good.
There's something the lieutenant isn't...
You mean like a brief? There's no... 3 days ago, during that, they didn't identify... There's a strong prejudice. That's right. No. The deceased is a security guard. I'm really... Anyhow, let's get back to the case. You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, during that... Okay then. Was there any... No. The deceased is a security... Then you are in...
Is this a... Strike then.
I expect the case... Strike.
You feel something
Politics is habit forming.
from an imaginary...
Now, was there anything else? No. It's not a party. The deceased is a secure... There was some Excellent. Good.
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person. One you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. No response. A moment passes.
Fuck does Kuno the fuck about? Kuno's fucking.
He's trying to hide.
Kuno knows all kinds. Kuno's fuck.
He's trying to...
Kuno knows what you meant. Probably clown. You heard Kuno. I don't know. Mesko.
There is no nights.
Kuno give
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross.
just a couple of.
Yeah, you tell the.
Just a couple.
Yeah, you tell the.
Just a couple.
Yeah, you.
You're
Get lost.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around.
trying to fuck at the Kuno.
Kuno gonna
Normal is not what we got here. You've...
The fuck do you... It's a fight. Okay, what?
Oh, don't teach.
You're not getting this.
Fuck you.
It's a fight. Okay.
Oh, don't teach.
You're not getting this.
Fuck you.
It's a fight. Yeah.
Oh, don't teach him.
You're not getting this, pig.
Fuck you, pig. Don't.
Good call, Pigmeister. Yeah.
You were lucky you didn't.
Oh, what? You... Yeah.
You were lucky you didn't.
Wish Kuno could. The fuck? It's a vitamin, pig. Okay, whatever.
Oh, don't teach.
You're not getting this.
Fuck you.
Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno doesn't...
I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company's not strange. It's... Who told you that? Fine, yeah, if you do find out who cut the line, though. Yes, and the phone's not strange. Who told you that? Fine, yeah, if you do find out who... Yes, and the phone's not strange. Who told you that? Fine, yeah, if you do find out who cut the line... Oh, yes, that... Yes. Yes? Do I have it? Am I where... Am I...
Because
Because I...
what you play it calm.
Like what?
I've got nothing to say to you. What you want is aggressive.
We've talked to...
Listen.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask. No one is emotional here. I've got nothing to say. Aggressive.
We've talked to Everard.
Listen.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to. I don't need privatization peons from a rent-a-car. Aggressive.
We've talked to Everard.
Listen.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to. Get sober. Do your aggressive.
We've talked to Everard.
Listen.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to. Look, I can.
Strange. It's as
Aggressive.
We've talked to...
Listen.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask. Or get back to your commanders. Look,
strange. It's as if
aggressive.
So you were... We've talked to Everard.
Listen.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask. Let's. What you want is of no significance, officer. Aggressive.
We've talked to Everard.
Listen.
Fuck.
So ask what you came to ask. Look,
strange.
Look, the insane police officer is back.
The small man. There's laughter in the room.
Again. How many people...
Shares
Or send them to reunion to rot.
Doesn't remember.
Ain't no use keeping a stiff cat.
you don't.
I know, Lizzie. Why not?
Are you deaf? Do you think you...
Who do you fucking think?
Titus, no one was thinking.
No. 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 Fuck no! The big dick is right here, asshole. You're looking at it. Right. Fucking here.
Disregard the outburst.
About fuck.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are...
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch. Your fist connects to the boot with the same ding. The sound...
Did you hear that? A click? This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death. I'm not squishy and permeable. I'm bark, sap and steel. Cast me in ceramic shell, but only for ritual purposes. It would adorn me well, bring me to attention.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the besmirties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them? It means disciplinary hearing. Looks like he worked for a private contractor, like Evrard told us. Wealthy, with state ties. This is way above what we have.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Even the mongrels can see you're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do. So please, don't. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boat and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With
The cadaver slowly twists. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. Right now, everything seems to fit their confession.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. Limbs limp. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak. Your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
The map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Now, if you could find someone to decipher it. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world. protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
I'm gone. Into the wild pale yonder. In the past, way out in the west. I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny about jokes either. A killer, a motherfucker, and a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead, Gobbo. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Here you go, you loony. Because you have. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney. Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
No, not quite. Be fair now. You sure I got out of that one, Coppellini? Do I remind you?
A child born with Muller's...
Sure I do. You just come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death. I agree. Totally dead. Dabba-doob-doob dead.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Of course. You have come back late.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Someone else? You mean like the police? Sadly, yes. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How? It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle-loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Muckabuck!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
confirmed. I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Okay, they do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there... Okay, let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way. To ask the suspects for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to accomplish this feat ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
Gendarmerie, you found me.
And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
Different, of course. Something so mysterious about the way he talks. Very. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. He's...